Hey honey, it's your girl Briauna Ray, and this is Break Free From Yourself podcast. This podcast is my new baby that is centered around self-reflection and self-love. It's about a young woman's journey, me of course, to finding inner peace, but realizing that sometimes she can play a role in holding herself back from that peace. So this is going to be a safe space where I'll be real with you all and myself. So listen, I know I'm not the only one that can hold myself back from the greatness that I can be. Maybe y'all will be able to relate and we can get through this journey together. So let's take a walk together, hon. Alright, so we're back at it again with another episode of Break Free From Yourself podcast. Whew. I'm gonna go ahead and be real with y'all. Your girl was on a high yesterday for making a 92 on my midterm. But today I feel like I'm on a low. Like, I have no energy today. I stayed up all night. Had a little bit to drink. And then I just came home and I was just chilling. But literally, I stayed up all night and could not go to sleep. And then when I eventually did go to sleep, I was in and out of sleep. So today, I'm down. And I don't feel bad. It's just my energy is low for whatever reason. I didn't do too much. So I'm just like, why is your energy low? I also, now that I think about it, it's probably because whatever I ate, I didn't feel good after I ate it. But with all that being said, we're back and we're going to talk about it. We'll not talk about that. We're going to talk about just a struggle that I've realized, or a personality trait that I realize is a hindrance, and that is having me or making me struggle in my business. And that personality trait is asocial. And let me go ahead and stop y'all before y'all like, what is asocial? It's antisocial. No, honey, it's asocial. Let me go ahead and give y'all the definition of antisocial and then asocial. Antisocial is what a lot of people use to describe people who are asocial, because that's just the norm and the regular term that everybody's been using. But antisocial is associated with antisocial personality disorder. It's a mental disorder in which a person consistently shows no regard for right or wrongs and ignores the rights and the feelings of others. And that was just with me clicking on Google. Also, with me typing in antisocial, I don't even click on anything. It says antisocial. 1. Contrary to the laws and customs of society, devoid of or antagonistic to sociable instincts or practices. And then it says for number 2, not sociable, not wanting the company of others. Then you click on that and it says a dangerous, unprincipled, antisocial type of man. So, to me, that sounds like that's associated with someone who's a sociopath. I'm not going to say that I am that person. What I am is asocial. And asocial is, it's still not the greatest thing to be asocial, but asocial is avoiding social interaction, inconsiderate, or of hostile to others. The hostile part, I don't want to admit to that, but I guess sometimes I can be hostile, because when I don't want to be bothered, I don't want to be bothered. Literally, yesterday, I went to go pick up some food, and this lady was just talking to me. She just randomly started talking to me because I ordered a number 2. I had placed my order in advance. She was like, well, it was a Chinese restaurant. There's several number 2s. How'd they know which number 2 it was? I said, I called ahead, so that was my number. Oh, I should have been like, you've been smart. I was like, yeah. So then she starts talking about something else, and I'm just like, lady, I just want to get my food and go. And then these June bugs, which are apparently biting people, did not know until last week my mom got bit herself. I was trying to avoid those. She said something about that and I ignored her. And then she says, what a nice day it is today. What a beautiful day. Ma'am, leave me alone. I really wanted to say that, but I said, let me not do that. Let me just be quiet, because she's just going to talk regardless. once she gets the hint that I'm not talking back to her, she'll realize that I don't feel like talking right now. Luckily, shortly after she asks or talks about the beautiful day, her food comes, which I was mad because I had a number 2, she had a number 6, which means my food was the second order. Why was hers out before mine? But it is what it is. So her food came and she was gone. I was so grateful. I was so thankful because I did not want to be bothered. I don't like small talk. Every time I'm at work and somebody is in the bathroom, they got to say hey or something. Ma'am, all I'm trying to do is go to the bathroom. Typically when I'm going to the bathroom at work, I am waiting to the last minute. So I'm rushing and running, not running, but basically running to the bathroom. If y'all want to say hi and talk at the sink, no, don't talk to me. Let me go to the bathroom in peace. I'm trying to make sure I don't use it on myself. So I'm asocial because I don't want to talk to some people sometimes, and it's okay. But what I realized is sometimes it's not okay because people can take that the wrong way. And so I feel like maybe that's a Southern thing that we feel obligated to speak to somebody anytime we walk past them. But I don't like that. But I also don't know how I would feel if I lived in a place like New York where people are, well, let me not say people are just rude. It is a stereotype that they're just rude. You walk in their way and they're just cussing you out for no reason. Don't know if that's true, but that's the stereotype. And the stereotype for us in the South is we're so nice. Because it's kind of true in a way where people feel obligated to speak, but I don't want to speak. I just want to go about my day. My mind is set on getting in, doing whatever I got to do, and going back to my business. And my business is being interrupted by y'all trying to talk to me, to have small talk, to talk about whatever. I don't like that. But that is something that I need to work on. Because I know that as somebody who has a business, you can't be like that. You have to be able to interact with people. It doesn't have to be for 10 to 15 minutes, but just interact and be friendly. Because in the business that I am in, I'm marketing myself and my products. And if I'm not able to market myself and my products because I don't want to interact with people, I'm not going to get many sales. So last episode, I told y'all about an event that I was going to network for my business, and it was a little hard to network in that event. I don't want to say too much. I don't want to say it was a terrible event, but it just wasn't what I imagined that the event would be. It was supposed to be a pop-up shop for clothing, and in my opinion, it was basically a concert with a couple tables that had clothes that you could possibly shop. I don't even know if people even bought anything. And I was just kind of disappointed because I actually had a friend that was in the show, or not in the show, because it wasn't a show. It seems like it was a show. That's why I just called it a show. But anyways, I had a friend that was actually a part of the pop-up shop. And I was frustrated for her because not only did they put her near the bathrooms behind the DJ stand, which was behind a wall. It was just a lot going on. So at the pop-up shop, it was in a small building, which, I mean, that's fine. Have your pop-up shop wherever it's going to be. But make sure when you do have it in a certain type of building, you make sure that your vendors that you have in that building are aware of the situation and the scenario that's going on. Make sure you account for the space that's in that building before taking money to be vendors. So yeah, like I said before, my friend, it may be because she came later or she was the last person to come, I don't know, but she was literally right next to the bathrooms and was behind a wall. Basically had her in the broom closet. That's what I can compare it to. They had her in the blue. It wasn't necessarily a closet. They just had her in a space that was like a broom closet and behind the wall so nobody could see her work. So yeah, I was disappointed with that aspect because, to be honest, if the DJ didn't announce that she was behind the wall during the third hour of the 4-hour event, she wouldn't have got any people's attention, because literally it was a concert and she was behind the concert. She was literally backstage of the concert. But it was promoted as a pop-up shop. And so with it being a concert, I came with the mindset of it being a pop-up shop. So I brought my business cards and I was prepared to talk to people about my business. But with it being a concert-like event, and when I say concert, I just mean like they had artists that came to sing or rap or perform their art. But I guess the music was so loud you couldn't really interact other than listening to the music. This was my first pop-up shop that I went to, so I'm not sure what pop-up shops should be like. But for my experience, it was just not what I was expecting for a pop-up shop. I was expecting to be able to advertise for my business, but I couldn't even hear myself think. I think I did talk to one person that's a photographer about possibly getting some photography done, but other than that, it was a missed opportunity for my part. But what I will say is, with this being my first pop-up shop or networking experience, I don't know how to network because I've never had to network before. I've never had to market myself or a product. So I'm pretty sure that other people who are more experienced could have probably made it through that experience with no problem, even if it was a concert, like, because people do it all the time when they're in clubs. They, do what they need to do to get business deals done. But me, as a person who is new into this environment, I was expecting something different to be able to advertise and network for my business. I think I kind of used my asocial personality as a crutch. I was like, well, since I can't talk because it's not loud, I'm just gonna, just be here. And I did not do what I intentionally went there for. And that was kind of a bummer on my part. And it was a bummer on my friend's part because in my opinion, I don't know if she was able to network while I wasn't there because I ended up leaving. Or even when I wasn't around her because I was trying to network for myself. In my opinion, just on the outside looking in, I felt like she was dealt a terrible hand, putting her behind a wall. Literally, the only people that probably would have went to see her are people that went to the bathroom. So, I mean, that's my opinion. I asked her if I can talk about this before. So, yeah. But, another thing that I wanted to address as far as networking and being asocial, I've never really been the most sociable person. So now I actually took a hiatus from being interactive on social media for almost 2 years, but that's something that I'll talk about, the reasons why I'll talk about in another episode. But I feel like because of that, I already was not the most sociable person, and when I took that hiatus, I kind of put myself out of the loop on a lot of things. And I guess, just to be honest, people just didn't care at that point. I mean, just because you leave and come back, we don't have to care that you come back. So I have not been able to bounce back from that on my personal side. Therefore, when trying to advocate and advertise for my business, it's been a little difficult because I don't know how to network and interact with people to get their attention for my business and my products. I'm someone that's trying to come into the content game, and I don't really know what I'm doing. And it's difficult because I see other people that are doing just great things. I saw one person that I went to middle school with, and they're doing phenomenally as far as the content game went, or just social media period. And I'm just like, what do I not have? Well, I was saying that. What do I not have when I initially saw it? What do I not have that's not letting me prosper in this area? Well, after I had that little moment where I was kind of having a pity party, I saw a post on Instagram that was like, just because you are not doing something, don't have a pity party about it. What are you going to do about it? So the thing that I need to figure out what I'm going to do is, who do I need to talk to? Or not who do I need to talk to? I need to figure out who I need to, I need to take some courses or something. No, I don't want to take courses. I need to learn how to maneuver this content game and this social media game in order to become a really good content creator, to promote my business and promote myself in general. I'm not just a person who has a skincare company. I also have a podcast. I also have other things that I'd like to do. But because I don't know how to advertise or advocate for myself, because I've never had to do this, I was just a person that was just working. But now I've come to this creative side, and I can't just create. I have to make my creations appealing, and I'm not really sure how to do that. So that's something that is holding me back. Is one, me being asocial is holding me back because I don't want to talk to people anyways. But now, since I have to talk to people to be productive, it's kind of hard because I don't know how to talk to people. I've never had to do this. So now I have to get out of that asocial mode and be more sociable, so I could learn from the people who could teach me how to better advertise myself and my products. I need to put myself in situations where I'm around people who are like-minded, or not necessarily like-minded, because I don't want somebody who's asocial. I want someone who has a mindset that I can learn from, that'll show me the ropes, tell me what I need to do so I can prosper like they are. Ultimately, I need to get out of that I don't feel like talking to people, I don't feel like being bothered mindset. I don't have that all the time. A friend of mine said that they feel like I do it when I don't feel comfortable around people. But no, because to be honest, if I don't even want to talk to that person or anybody, I'm not going to talk. So it's not, I guess at some points it's about comfortability, but sometimes it's just about, do I feel like giving my energy at this moment to this person? And if I don't, I'm probably not. Social batteries have a big role in me not wanting to be around people or not wanting to talk to people. My social battery is not the biggest, and it gets drained fairly quickly, ridiculously quickly. So if I don't want to talk to you or interact with you, once I have that moment and my battery is drained, I'm not going to do it. I had another friend who, I posted something about me canceling on events and stuff because I just don't want to be bothered, and she slid in my DMs and agreed to that. But that's not the first time she said something. She said something about that a lot. Sometimes my battery will not allow me to be interactive with people. I'm not personable all the time, and I don't like that, but I mean, it's real, it's honest. Sometimes I just can't be bothered with people. I get annoyed with people quickly. Come to think of it, I got a lot of social butterflies in my circle, and they accept me and my low social battery behind for me. I don't know if they tolerate it, but they understand that I don't always have the highest social battery, and they stick around anyways. So that's my story. But I need to get out of that mode because it's holding me back from a lot of things that I'm trying to do in life. So I'm admitting that being asocial is an issue. A lot of people like to say that, hey, I'm antisocial, and they don't care. But no, I care. I want to be better. I want to be more sociable in some areas. I don't want to give my energy to people that don't deserve it. But I do want to be interactive with some people. So I need to work on being more interactive personally. So when I try to be professionally interactive, it's not coming off as trying too hard. It's something that's going to be natural to me. But that's going to be a journey for me. It doesn't just come from not wanting to be bothered. I feel like I possibly have to change my whole lifestyle to not be asocial. I gotta eat better. I gotta take care of myself differently so I have the energy to put forth into other people. If I don't have, just like I started this off and I said I didn't have the energy. If I don't have that energy, I'm not gonna give it. So I need to make sure that I have the energy, and that's gonna be working out more, eating better. I'm going to have to do that to make sure my personality is different. I know that sounds crazy, but I feel like that's a start. So that's what I'm gonna do. It seems like all the things that I struggle with are coming together when I'm making this podcast. And a lot of them come with the fact that I don't take care of myself the way I should. I can take care of my skin and stuff, but if I'm not eating right, that affects my mood. So, dang. Or it's crazy how I'm having this realization now as I'm recording the podcast, but I gotta eat better to do better. And I'm gonna have another episode where I'm talking about just that aspect of my life, but I do see that eating better could affect my mood, and one way it affects my mood is not wanting to be interactive with people, not having the energy to be interactive with people. But anyways, so I'm not gonna say we're gonna keep it short, because the last time I said we was gonna keep it short, it ended up being my longest episode. But I will go ahead and end it right here. I will ask that if you have any suggestions on what I could do to either professionally or personally become more sociable, y'all go ahead and hit me up and let your girl know, because your girl trying to be great. I can't do it by myself. I might need somebody to show me the ropes, teach me some things. So if y'all got some things to teach me, just let me know. Bye, y'all. I know you heard me talk about it, but we're finally here. The site for Rebel Vision launched on July 30th. Rebel Vision was created to encourage individuals to embrace self-love by encouraging them to show their body some real body love. Our 2 introductory products are the body butter, that's body baby, and the rose water. We also just launched our net exfoliator, our black soap, and our foaming liquid black soap. Be on the lookout for more products to be launched soon. Come and join the Rebel team by following us on Instagram at RBL_VZN and liking our Facebook page, Rebel Vision. To order products for your skincare needs, check out our site at www.therebelvision.com. That's www.theRBLVZN.com. If you didn't already follow my Instagram or Twitter, go ahead and do that. It's Briauna Ray. That is BriaunaRayYee. Definitely trying to be more active on both. Use Twitter to comment and let me know what you think or what you want to hear more about on the podcast. Bye, honeys. Thank you for listening to the Break Free From Yourself podcast. I hope you enjoyed yourself and come back for another episode.